Hello everyone and welcome to the present perfect progressive tense. Let's begin this video by taking a look at this tense in a conversation. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Hi Jim, what are you doing right now? I'm waiting for the train to my aunt's house. How long have you been waiting for it? I've been waiting for it for 3 hours now. Now let's find the present perfect progressive tense in this conversation. In the first part of it, the woman begins by saying, "Hi Jim, what are you doing right now?" And the man answers, "I'm waiting for the train to my aunt's house." Now, in the beginning, we can see how this is talking about, well, they are talking about a situation that's happening right now, right? The woman is asking the man, "What are you doing right now?" Okay. In the second part of the conversation, the woman asks, "How long have you been waiting for it?" And the man answers, "I've been waiting for it for 3 hours now." Now, again, we're talking about an activity that is happening right now, okay? And another thing here is the woman asks him, "How long have you been waiting for it?" So she's asking for a period of time, or what we call a duration of time, or a span of time. How long? Has it been an hour? 10 minutes? Okay? And the man answers, "I've been waiting for it for 3 hours now." The man is describing an action that happened in the past that's still occurring now, all right? Similar to the present perfect tense, right? But this time he's saying, "I have been waiting." So he's waiting, he's doing something at this time. That's that waiting. He's waiting right now. Okay, it's happening now. And the way that you can really tell to use the present perfect progressive is if it's for a temporary activity. In this case, he's waiting for the train. Okay, he's describing a temporary activity that's happening now that happened in the past and is still occurring now. Okay? So, when do we use the present perfect progressive? We use it when we are expressing the duration or the length of time of present activities that are in progress by using action verbs. Okay, action verbs are the verb that ends with ing, and you can look at, I did a video on action verbs. You can take a look here. And these activities that this person is doing are usually temporary. So just like in our example, when the woman asked the man, "How long have you been waiting?" Right? Been waiting. You see, that's the action verb, waiting. And the man answers, "I've been waiting for it for 3 hours now." He's talking about a temporary activity that's in progress. He's waiting. He's been waiting for 3 hours. Okay, so you see how it's used? So again, go back to present perfect tense, where it's an activity that started in the past and continues until now, still happening now. And this is exactly what it is, except for this activity that we're describing is in progress. Okay? Let's take a look at another example. "I'm so tired." "Yeah, me too. We've been walking now for 2 hours. Let's take a break." "Okay." Now, the first woman says, "I'm so tired." And the second woman says, "Yeah, me too. We've been walking now for 2 hours. If we look at this second part here, where the woman says, "We've been walking now for 2 hours," we can see that it's an activity happening now. It had to have started in the past and is continuing until now. And she gives a duration of time. In this case, it's 2 hours. They have been walking now for 2 hours. And also, this is a temporary activity, right? They're only going to walk until they're finished with their wherever they're going to walk to. All right? Maybe it's just exercise. But it's for a temporary span of time. You got it? Let's take a look at another example. Have you seen Karen? Yeah, she's been studying for that big test tomorrow. In this conversation, the first woman asks, have you seen Karen? Now, she's asking, and it feels like she's asking about where is Karen now? Okay, so it's present, right? Right now. And the second woman says, yeah, she's been studying for that big test tomorrow. In this particular case, it's similar to the last two that we just saw, where the person started an activity in the past and is continuing until now, and it's in progress, right? She has been studying, all right? But they don't, or she doesn't give a time frame for the amount of time that she has been studying. All we know is she has been studying for the test. She may have started 8 o'clock in the morning. She may have started an hour ago. But the main thing here is the length of time is not mentioned. And also, she's studying. So this is actually a temporary activity again. So you see, it's a little bit different from the first two examples that we just saw, where they give you the length of time. Okay? Now, for many verbs, the present perfect progressive and the present perfect can be used to mean the same thing because they both express a duration of time. For instance, we can say, Rose has been living here for 6 weeks. This is the present perfect progressive. And we can also say, Rose has lived here for 6 weeks. Now, in this case, they both mean the same thing. They're both describing a duration of time. All right, so it might be a little bit tricky, but here's the difference. Take a look at this example. Rose has visited Italy many times. You see, in this example, we're talking about repeated activities that have occurred at unspecified times in the past, which are related to the present now. Okay, that's the present perfect tense. Now, to see the difference, just look at the sentence. Rose has been visiting Italy many times. Now, when we use the present perfect progressive, we're talking about an activity that's occurring now. This sentence is not explaining that. This sentence is explaining the amount of times that Rose has visited Italy. Okay, it's not talking about a temporary activity that's occurring now that started in the past and continuing now. It's talking about experience. All right, that's really where the difference is. It's the experience of many times, unspecified times in the past. And that's the present perfect tense. And let's look at one more example here. So just be careful. And example number 1. Gerard has known Billy for 10 years. This is the present perfect tense. An action happened in the past and it's still occurring now. All right, Gerard still knows Billy. We can't use the present perfect progressive here like the next example. Gerard has been knowing Billy for 10 years. You see, because the verb know is a non-action verb, and almost in every case, non-action verbs do not take the ing. Now, there's a few cases that do, and you can take a look at action verbs and non-action verbs in this video right here. Okay, but just be careful with that verb. All right. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks again for watching, and thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. And remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.